In the part 1 of this recap, a farmer goes to surprisingly visit his new girlfriend who later turns out to be a spy. He is kidnapped and his girl comes to save him. They find themselves in Afghanistan with bounty hunters on their tail. The movie continues from the time a bounty hunter takes them hostage. He says his name is the grandson of Sam. He keeps talking when another bounty hunter attacks him and shoots him on the ground. The second bounty hunter takes them hostage and we see Cole, with Sadie fighting. He asks them to get into the car and introduces himself as the leopard. Just then, a third hunter arises from the back seat and snaps the leopard's neck. He introduces himself as Gad, and he asks them to drive. He places a medal to their neck which can send 1,000 bolts to their body if he twists his ring. The car moves slowly when Gad asks them to stop and move into his car instead. They are seen out when the first bounty hunter hits Gad with his speeding car. He gets out of the car and falls due to overbleeding. Sadie takes his gun and threatens him about information on where he would have delivered them. Sadie and Cole are seen on the road. Cole talks about his kidnappers asking him about passcodes. This makes Sadie angry for him not telling her sooner. It causes an argument between them. Sadie realizes that because she went after her old colleague for the passcodes, Berislav thinks the task man, which is Cole, has them. This strikes an idea in her head and she knocks Cole out with a gun. Cole opens his eyes to see Sadie with Berislav and Wagner. She poses as a bounty hunter that has delivered Cole as the task man. She refuses to leave Cole before they pay her. They take her on the plane. The passcodes opens a case that contain the S-Tech explosive. We see the explosive with Wagner while Berislav takes the car instead. Sadie goes to talk to Cole. He says that Sadie is a lunatic for using him as bait. Wagner checks Cole's phone. He sees the picture Cole took of Sadie and himself. He goes to sit with them and confronts them about the picture. Sadie tells him that she has the codes and not Cole. She gives a small case to Wagner for him to open. Wagner thinks it's the codes and opens it. He takes out 2 medals and Sadie twists her ring which electrocutes Wagner. Sadie attacks the 2 bodyguards and still argues with Cole for taking a picture of her in her sleep. They manage to beat the attackers but Sadie got stabbed. She asks Cole to take the S-Tech case and leave. He takes a parachute and opens the door, jumping off the plane with Sadie. Berislav gets a call from Wagner saying that he lost the task man and the girl. This angers Berislav as he threatens to kill Wagner. Wagner's men tell him that they have a sighting of the parachute. Sadie wakes up to see Cole. She thanks him for saving her and the S-Tech. She makes her location known to her colleagues and sits by Cole. They talk about their differences and apologize to each other. They kiss each other and fall asleep. Sadie wakes up to see Cole picking wood. She hears a motorcycle movement and asks Cole to run. They are being shot at and the Marine soldiers come to save them. Sadie sees Cole being chased by 2 attackers. She is forced to choose between Cole and the S-Tech. She chooses the Cole and go to hell. She attacks one of them whilst Cole strikes the other's head. They are saved and taken to the CIA headquarters. Jackson, a colleague of Sadie, takes a polygraph of them. Sadie says that she let her emotions cloud her judgment and lost the S-Tech. Cole is disappointed in Sadie for implying that it was a mistake for her to save him. The polygraph shows their emotions whether they are being true to themselves or not. The head of the CIA meets with Sadie. The head shows her disappointment in Sadie for losing the S-Tech. Cole sees a plant in a picture Jackson shows him. He gathers everyone and explains that the plant was used by the S-Techs for many purposes such as healing. He further says that the passcode is the genetic sequence for the S-Tech plant. Sadie devises a plan that they give one piece of the code to Berislav to show that the task man has gone rogue and claim it for themselves. They say that they are going to need the task man. Cole refuses and Jackson persuades him by saying that Berislav will go for his family if he doesn't get the passcodes in time. Sadie tries to talk Cole out of it, but she is sent home by her superiors. The buyer of the Aztec comes to tell Borislav that he will be going with him if he goes to see the task man. Cole is seen in suit. He checks in and takes a seat in a restaurant. We see Jackson and some men as Cole's backup people. Their van is opened and Wagner shoots them. With Jackson's last breath, he asks Cole to leave and that their plan had been sabotaged. Cole plans to leave but thinks about his family and goes back. We see Sadie sitting idle, waiting patiently. Borislav and his buyer come to sit by Cole. Cole blabbers about a fake story to delay the time. Just when the buyer loses his patience, Sadie comes in with a dazzling dress. She asks the buyer to send money into her account and she opens the case for the buyer. Borislav points a gun at Cole. Sadie sends a bounty of $1 million on Borislav with the money she just got. Bounty hunters around start to attack themselves for Borislav. We see Sadie and Cole fighting side by side. They split up and Cole is seen with Wagner. Wagner beats him up with his belt when Cole asks Wagner to wait. We also see Sadie and Borislav in a shootout. The restaurant is seen spinning and a former boyfriend of Sadie comes to talk with her. She ignores him and shots her attackers. Cole fights Wagner in a hand-to-hand combat. He manages to kill Wagner using a machine. The spinning restaurant gets all of them attached to glass. Sadie shoots a metal and it hits Borislav out. Sadie catches the Aztec before it is destroyed. Sadie and Cole kiss. They are seen at Cole's house. They have a family time with Cole's parents. Sadie drops by in night. They check the back seat and see a man tied up. They close the boot and go off to watch a movie. The moral of the story is that, when people want to stay in your life, they will.